These videos are brought to you by MSCCasino.com and the Macau Sporting Club. MSCCasino.com, check it out. Also, be sure to check out PF Painters and their website, pfpainters.com.
You are watching SportsMatters TV.
Okay guys, SportsMatters TV, and we are at MMA Cork. First of all, what a facility, what a team. The man next to me, people are still talking about your last fight, okay? All your fights in general, but the last fight. I'm watching you here on a Saturday morning, and you're all full of beans. Everybody's fresh. No better place to be in Cork than MMA Cork on a Saturday morning. But how are you, my man?
Yeah, all is good. All is good, no complaints. Sore as hell, sad, hungry as always, but that's part of it. It's the necessary evil for it, but it's so enjoyable. So, feeling good.
Feeling good now. I was just chatting to Barry, and Barry is watching everyone. He's behind the scenes doing a lot of magic, making things happen. But it's going to be a busy year for you, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's ahead. But you're active, you're ready, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I was hoping to be busier at this stage. You know, I was hoping at 2025 at this point I'd definitely have had one fight. But Barry's working around the clock trying to get me a match, and OKTAGON couldn't make fights work on some dates, and he's been trying to go elsewhere on regional shows in the States, all across Europe, all Eastern Europe, and even as far as like Australia, looking at things and just not getting fights. I've got a lot of no's, and I've said yes to a lot, and I have a lot of promotions saying they won't fit me in now, so I've been struggling to get a fight now, but at the same time train away as if I have one, and hopefully OKTAGON have said I'll be fighting in June, so that's the next one. I have one fight left on my contract, so if I can do that, great.
And look, OKTAGON, massive organisation. You know, we've seen what they've done this year, the last couple of months alone. They're on the up, but like they'd be stupid not to try and get you a couple of more fights. Obviously, look, there's many organisations out there, but I think you're just a tricky opponent, and you're so dangerous that people just don't want to fight you, Jack. And that's the reality of it, my man.
Yeah, apparently people keep telling me I'm awkward to match, but I would tell them, nah, just chance me away, I'd be grand, surely just give me to fight me, it'd be alright, I think. But no, hopefully OKTAGON can get me going soon, because like I look at the OKTAGON division at bantamweight, and I'd be a fool not to believe that I could win that bantamweight division. There's some good fighters in there for sure, but I'd be a fool not to believe that I wouldn't kind of be at the top of the bantamweight division there, and not just there, even across Europe, any other show. So like I've had a good spell out of injuries and time off, but I'm kind of in a position now where I'd like to be at the top again,
Definitely. Look, we spoke many years ago at a thing called FightCon that came to Silver Springs, Cork, and even then we were saying, like, you know what I mean, it's like we're seeing so many Cork fighters today now on the map, which is incredible. I remember when I first started there was probably one or two. Now every day I have to post something because there's someone fighting, but it'd be cast up. Like we mentioned obviously Jack Maguire, we mentioned like Brian Manning, these are guys first of all that we absolutely love and we love covering, but like title fights have to happen for you. If it doesn't, then it'll be the biggest shit show I've ever seen in my life, if you get me. It's like, you know what I mean, the scene is so big in Ireland, okay? There's been a takeover for many years, but like we're looking at Cork right now. Cork is the place to be. You know that Cork is the place to be. I could be here all day preaching about our Cork fighters, but you know what I mean, we have to get that title shot this year for you, and I think that division is yours. And I'm not just saying, I spoke to Will Fleury a while back, and even like Will was saying, you know what I mean, it's Jack needs to do something and get it. Like,
yeah, like 100% I agree with you, but the thing about title fights is you have to get it by being active, and I didn't have a stroke of luck for a good spell, so I didn't get the string of fights like on the track that someone deserving of a title shot should get. No, that's no fault of anybody's, that's just things that happened, and now I'm in a position now where I'm different mentality, different mind frame. A string of fights is what I'm looking for. I'm not just saying I want the title now. I want a string of fights, and if that's my mentality now, with a string of fights, staying healthy, clean bill of health, a string of fights can only lead to titles, so I can't just picture myself at the top of the mountain without climbing there, so I have to climb there. I'm on my climb now, and that's the plan, and I'll just keep going. And if OKTAGON don't re-sign me, I'll go elsewhere. I'll try and find that title, but it's a string of fights is what's next for me, and I'm here trying to get them all over the place, and not any luck now, but there will be, and it'll come, and I'll be sick of fighting then. I'll be sick of fighting.
But I would say OKTAGON would be stupid not to, and I know you're not trying to bypass people. Look, obviously there's rankings and such, but after the last performance, after general performances, they should really put you in that frame, because it's going to be big views, big numbers. People will travel from Ireland over, so I hope it does happen. But look, if they don't renew the contract, I'm sure PFL, I'm sure there's been many organisations that will be looking, and that's something you'll keep your options open for.
Absolutely, I'll have my options open, but for now I have a deal with OKTAGON. That's my next fight, and they'll be who I am fighting with. So it'd be silly to look past them. So I'm fighting with them next, and I want someone in that bantamweight division, and I want to start that kind of ascent to the top. So one fight at a time, but hopefully sooner rather than later. Definitely.
Your last fight was incredible. Okay, looking back at it now, it was a bit mad, wasn't it?
Oh, people say incredible, and what a fight, but it was. I would say it was probably my worst performance. Personally, I took a fight short notice because I was desperate and at a heavy weight, and I fought terribly in terms of. I had a clear advantage in the grappling, clear advantage in the wrestling. I knew going in there, I think I'm just going to take this man down and control and finish him. But just whatever way the wind was blowing over there, and even some words said to me about striking, and I said, you know what, in his home place, all his crowd, I'll just challenge accepted. And Aaron was killing me, he was killing me because I just did not go smart in that. My fight IQ was low that day, but that's all part of growing. I'll know for next time. But luckily I got a win, and I know that I've been in situations where I've been battle tested and dropped and hurt, and still coming back and clawing a win. So that's good to know I have it in me, but hopefully never again.
Never again. And it was some performance. It went viral, and we're looking right now. Look, obviously we're in MMA Cork, right? But it's this place is expanding. It's incredible. We're seeing so many great fighters here. It's incredible for SportsMatters to go from interviewing one fighter maybe 10 years ago to have to interview now 30, 40 fighters. The game is changing, and I think Cork is really where it's at. But MMA Cork here is a credit, and obviously you're proud of what's going on right here.
Absolutely. I've been here since the start with my brother Aaron, and with a small crew of about maybe 5 people. All we had was 3 days a week with a blue crash mat on the wall, and that was our wall wrestling, compared to where it is now. And that's just a testament to the work that's gone in over the years with Aaron, over the years with the likes of myself, John Mitchell, Jack Monaghan, some other fighters that have been and gone, but we were all there to start, and from there to where it is now with, I can't even tell you the numbers of fighters we have, amateurs, pros, some of the teens who are coming in and giving amateurs a tough go, some of the amateurs who are beating pros and sparring, that's just a sure sign that Cork is on the way up, and MMA Cork is always and ever adapting to MMA in Ireland and in Europe. So now we have a lot of work to go with progressing into the pro ranks, but we're on that. We're on the right path, and we're getting there, and it's great to have the atmosphere in here, and the fighting is only a part of what MMA Cork brings to Cork. We have a good lot of fighters, a good lot of competitors, but there's a lot of people in here who are just coming up here because of the atmosphere. They're enjoying it. There's a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers who've not having the best of luck outside in the city, in whatever situation everyone has. No matter who's coming in, this place is, I believe, it's a sanctuary to a lot of people around Cork, and to be able to be part of that from when I was a young teenager is magical. So again, besides the competitive side, having a place like this for a lot of people, and just the relationships, the atmosphere, the people, just the bond that everyone has up here is just second to none. And once I finish my fighting career, once the competitions are done, once the fights are done, I'm still here. We're still trying to create things for other people, still trying to help out, and again, that's just there's nothing better than that. There's absolutely nothing better. It's a dream. It's an absolute dream.
I agree. And look, there's no beating around the bush. For kids, it's very important, because this day and age, the streets aren't the way they used to be. Obviously, it's great to have the kids through the doors, and that's obviously the future. As you say, when you're the coach, when you have the grey hairs in 30, 40 years' time, that's what you want to see, the new generation coming through, and they're more than welcome to come through here.
Absolutely, everyone is always welcome, and even the name of this whole thing, SportsMatters, there's nothing more important to me, if things are going wrong outside of sport, if you have sport and you kind of commit a little bit to sport, even if it's just 2 hours of your day, 2 hours training, 2 hours of just surrounding yourself with people who are just there to not try and actually change you and fix you, they're just here to do sport, just train. just to help out in one aspect of life that you can just forget about everything. There's nothing more important, and sports really does matter. And being able to have that door open, people coming in, fuck it, you can't get better than that. You just can't.
You can't.
You can't.
I have to mention John Mitchell.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore John, but listen, he's a credit by any. He's what he's done. Obviously PFL now as well. Remarkable, like a cheeky, charming kid. Now obviously a superstar on the world stage, and he always gives props here to MMA Cork.
Oh, absolutely. John is a credit to himself, and just even here, I tell a lot of the people in the gym, you need to be a professional like John Mitchell, and not just what they see, like being a professional outside of the gym, at home, with your diet, with your extracurricular, just being a professional off the mat, and just Monday to Sunday professional, and that's what John is. That's his aura, and not just a fellow who's arrogant and above all. He's the same to everyone as he is to anybody else. He's just the same, but he works hard, he digs on, and he's a credit to himself and a credit to just anybody who wants to be like John. It's a great way to aspire to. So he's flying at the moment, and just what you're seeing with the fights is just the tip of the iceberg with him, and he's only on the way up, because he's trained hard, worked hard, and grafted, and he's sacrificed, So he's, and as you said,
he's sacrificed for the good weather in Dubai as well. That's a big thing.
Absolutely, but he's cheeky. He's the pure Cork, pure Cork humour. I was only on the phone to him yesterday, and we'd have the crack, and he's a good friend of mine, and we're always chatting, always taking the piss, So he's brilliant. He's brilliant.
Jack, we're going to let you go back to your work, but listen, thanks for having us. We're going to see you a lot more over the next couple of months and years. You're a credit to Cork, and listen, we're looking forward to the next fight.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Sam.
Pleasure.